Hey, good morning. Mark Avens, your Bulletproof Christian Fitness Mentor, here with another hot tip for that person that's been struggling on the weight loss roller coaster ride. If you've been struggling with the same 15 pounds, you lose it, and then it comes right back on. You lose it, and then it comes right back on. You get it off again, and then it comes right back on. Let me tell you about a story that I hear so many times, so many times. It's a story of the roller coaster ride. You get on the weight loss journey, and for whatever reason, and you might have your own, you fall off of that journey. And you get back on, and you get back off, and it is just a vicious roller coaster ride. And if you want to know why you can't get off that 15 pounds once and for all, I'm here to tell you that right now. Yep, right now. Side note, if you were watching yesterday, I am not condoning that piece of device that goes on your mouth to shut it. I was making an illustration to share with you how it's our thoughts that goes on in our minds and in our heads that really are a big factor why we have a struggle with our weight and with our health in our life. So let's jump in to 15 pounds. It is January. It is 6 months after January 1st. It is July 1st. Half of the year is over, and maybe you're that person. If this is you, if this sounds like you, if you actually tried on the January weight loss goal, your number one goal is to lose weight, this is going to be your year for change. You started off strong, you joined that gym, you did that cleanse, you maybe even did that diet program, whatever. You got on the keto wagon again. January 1st, you jumped in the keto bus. And then guess what? The bus stopped, right? And so did your results. And then you went right back to the old ways. And that's the trouble. That's the problem typically, is the 15 pounds keep showing up because you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And unfortunately, that is the definition of insanity. I know you already know that, but I know the hardest part when you develop habits, when you try to get on these broken promises to yourself, when you say, you know what, I know in your mind, deep down in your mind, you know that short-term quick fix is not really the solution. It's not the answer, right? You know, but you said, you know what, I'm desperate. I need to lose 15 pounds, and you want to lose it as quick as possible. And you know what, you maybe had some success, and that's kind of the thing I'm telling you. You maybe had that goal of 15 pounds, and maybe you did it in a week. And that was awesome. Like maybe you had that come off in a week or 2 weeks or a month even. But what you didn't do was realize that this is a lifelong journey. Not the weight loss part. Taking care of yourself is. And that's usually the disconnect for people. Is your focus is just on what the scale says in your house, right? You get on the scale and you're like, woohoo! I lost the weight. I got the 15 pounds off. Awesome. I don't care how I did it. I don't care that I starved myself. I don't care that I restricted every carbohydrate. By the way, carbs are actually fuel and are good for you. Did you hear that? Did you know that carbohydrates are actually pretty good for you? Oh my gosh. Somebody call the police. Somebody call the health inspector. Carbs actually are a fuel in your body if you didn't know that. So any kind of diet that's telling you to restrict a fuel source, chances are it is not a solution. It is, yes. The reality ends up being you're just restricting. And that's typically what most people do to lose the weight. They restrict. And then guess what happens? Whether you lose the weight or don't, you're like, I'm tired of this nonsense. Life is too short. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to go back to my old ways. You didn't develop any habits, right? Here's the reason why you're still struggling. It's six months are in, right? Like I have some students that are losing 15, even more pounds in a month. And you know why? Is it because I'm making them restrict every carbohydrate? Is I'm making them actually work out hours and hours a day? No, actually quite the opposite. What happens is you get so confused, you get frustrated, you get stressed out, the stress hormones start to build up in your body, and then you either give up or you try to overwork yourself. You try to train, you outwork. And then you realize, oh, I worked out really hard this week. I'm going to indulge a little bit. And guess what? Then you're not keeping track of what you're putting in your body. And it is a vicious cycle. And the unfortunate thing about most of the people that are probably listening, that are probably in your 40s or 50s or maybe even in your 60s, is you're realizing that it's getting harder. Like, that's the problem. The problem is you're getting more desperate because you're realizing that it's only getting tougher the older you get. And that's the truth. The truth is it is getting harder. 15 pounds to get off now is way different than when you were in your 20s or your 30s. So now what? Now what do I do? Well, you can do one of two things. You can keep going down the same path of destruction that maybe you've been letting your body go down for the last year, 2 years, 10 years, decades. I've had a few people that have talked to me and they're like, Mark, I've been struggling with my weight for the past 30 years. When is it going to be enough is enough? When is the decision in your mind to realize that what didn't work before is not going to work now? Like, that's the reality. The hard thing is like, well, what should I do, Mark? Well, I hope, first off, if you're over 100 pounds or even more overweight, is that I really hope to God that you don't get so desperate where you ask the surgeon to start cutting in the inside and start telling you, hey, we'll do this surgery. Can I tell you, I have people that I work with that have had those surgeries, those extreme surgeries that are very, very costly. On a side note, unless your insurance happens to cover the tab, and that might be the case. But again, that is not a solution. It's still only a fix. Shortening or tightening up your ability to eat food is only going to cause you more damage down the road. I'm just here to tell you that. And unfortunately, if it's an extreme situation, then maybe. But I can tell you, please try everything you can. The fact that you're listening right now means that you still want to succeed. You still want to get that 15 pounds. Now, maybe you need a whole lot more. And the good news is I'm actually doing a masterclass. It is actually almost full. We opened it up 3 days ago, actually 2.5 days ago, and we're almost at full capacity. If you hadn't seen, I'm doing a full-blown masterclass on Tuesday after the 4th of July. It is Tuesday, July 6th, and I'm going to literally unlock the secret behind how to lose 15 pounds and not just lose 15 pounds, right? Because, you can go listen to any schmo, you can go do any kind of cleanse, any kind of, gimmicky pill, potion, formula, restrictive diet, 500 calorie HCG, wraps, all that nonsense, right? And you can go about doing that and you can go ahead and continue to struggle for the next 10 or 20 years or just struggle the rest of your life. That's your prerogative. Or you have an option. Now you have an option, and I'm going to let you know. We're going to be talking about it Tuesday night. I'm going to teach you exactly what you need, exactly what my students are learning. Just so you know, behind the scenes as a coach. So if you didn't know, I am an online coach. I run an online program for fat loss and weight loss for men and women over 40 who struggle. And the ones who particularly struggle with restrictive diets and having to work out long periods of times, because our bodies, to be honest with you, it's a bit hot and sweaty here in Florida. To be honest with you, we don't have the time. Like, we got things to do, jobs, families to take care of, life to live, and who has the time to go to the gym for hours and hours a day? Who has the willpower for more and more restrictive diets? I don't. I know you don't. Neither do my students. And that's why they're succeeding, because they're learning how not just to get the weight off, they're learning exactly what they need to do to keep the weight off. And that's something that maybe you have never stepped foot into that kind of journey before. So I'm going to encourage you. What you can do is count me in. That's the phrase. If you want in, we'll send you a link. If you're already registered, congrats. You're going to be one of the 100. We're limited to 100 people. As of yesterday, we are at 74. We might be actually, I better look, because we might actually be sold out. And I say it's free. The masterclass is free, but here it is. It's a free spot. But I'm going to tell you this. If you don't show up and you register, I'm not letting you in on the next one. Like, if you register, please keep that spot open. If you're not going to come and show up, I'm telling you right now, there's 100 spots, and once we're full, we'll full. So just keep that in mind. And what we're going to do is deep dive into how to lose the 15 pounds, how to get it off once and for all, right? It's 6 months into 2021. Like, you told yourself in 2018 that was going to be your year of change. 2015 was going to be your year to finally take back your life, take back your health, get your body. Heck, you probably even said to yourself when, again, and this is not for me to judge, this is me to what I hear. And it breaks my heart to hear some of you are still struggling. Some of you who even maybe talked to me a few years ago, or maybe even came across my path. Maybe you even came and worked out at my gym, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and you did well there, and then you haven't done anything since. And you're still watching, maybe you're still checking in, maybe you're not, but maybe you're still struggling with that weight. You're still going up and down the roller coaster ride. Now it's 10 years later. It's 10 years later or even longer, and you're realizing, crap, Mark, it was hard when I was 42. Now I'm 52. This is really hard. Well, it's only hard because you're still trying to do the same thing that you were doing before. And guess where that led you? It led you to losing 15 pounds and then putting the 15 pounds back on, right? Losing the 15 pounds. And this is literally a broken record that I hear over and over and over and over again. And it really does break my heart, because here's why. Not the fact that you're not coaching with me, because I would love the opportunity if you were the right fit. I know not everybody is the right fit. I know you have to be dedicated and serious about this. You have to really want change. I have no magic potion, no magic wand. If I did, I probably wouldn't have to do videos like this, right? I could just run infomercials and have people sell the magic wand, or you could just come visit me and I'll just wave the magic wand and your life will be changed forever, right? That's just unfortunately not how I work. Let's take a deep breath for a minute. What's it gonna take? How many of these lives am I gonna have to do? How many videos? Just so you know, for the record, having done this, having been in the health and fitness space, helping people succeed for over 2.5 decades, how much longer are you going to listen to me or watch me or maybe follow my posts before you actually jump the fence and get the help you need? You know deep down, you're like, Mark, if I just pulled the trigger, I'm afraid. I get it. I get it. There is a fear of failure. There's a fear of taking a risk. There's a fear of investing money. I know a big factor for a lot of people is they're afraid to invest in themselves. They're afraid and they're like, no, Mark, I've done this before. And I asked the question, well, how much have you really invested in your life and your health? How much have you really truly invested? Well, I had a gym membership and that was $10 a month. I worked with a trainer like 2 or 3 times. I spent maybe $150. And, I tried that supplement, that Optivia or the Nutrisystems. I spent a few $100s on that, maybe $1,000, and this is over the course of years. Oh, I tried the Weight Watchers and I bought some of the food there. I tried that stuff. And I was like, okay, so how much do you think you spent maybe over the time? I got maybe, a couple $1,000, maybe less, maybe more over, let's just say, the last 10 years. So you're telling me that you're only worth a few $1,000? You're telling me that your health and your life is only worth a couple $1,000? So, all right. Or you know what? I joined that gym. I wasted my money. Yes, it's a waste if you don't go, but are you really telling me that you're only as valuable as a $100 gym membership or $200 or whatever you want to call it? Like, to me, your biggest asset besides your family and your loved ones, obviously, should be your health. And you're no good to any of your family members if you're not taking care of yourself. Wouldn't you agree? Like, that's what boggles my mind. What boggles my mind is people would be quick to jump into a $50,000 car and have huge payments and make that, figure it out and work. But they won't spend a few $1,000s on themselves and their health. I don't really quite understand that. Is it because you want to impress other people? Well, people aren't impressed. Trust me, I know. I'm not impressed. I know most people. I heard this from a pastor one time. And don't get me wrong, I like nice cars. I have a nice Jeep. But I would say is, but people, when you're driving a car, you can't see yourself in your own car. So anyway, I may be digressing a little bit. But the point is, which is interesting to find out, and I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of times the excuse is, Mark, I can't get the help that I need. I can't really work with you. I can't invest in that right now. I got too many other things going on. I'm like, okay, I understand that. I got lots going on, a lot of responsibilities. I know for a lot of people it's been hard. I get it. The last year for a lot of you have been hard, but I know for a lot of others it's only hard because you put yourself in that situation. You made it hard because you didn't really take care of yourself, or you failed to get the help that you needed in the time that you need it. And now you still need the help. You're still needing help. And you're still failing to get the help that you need. And you're going to still struggle, and it's going to continue to honestly just build up more and more frustration, more and more fear, more and more anxiety. Because as you get older and as you get more and more out of shape, you become a higher risk. Listen, I have a post I'm going to share with you at 9 o'clock. And actually, I've been writing it this morning. And it's about life insurance. And it's interesting because my life insurance, I have a great policy. I'm just updating it. And it's pretty cheap. You know why it's pretty cheap? Because I'm pretty damn healthy. You know what? There's a lot of things that could be costly in your life. A lot of things you could be spending your money on and forced to spend your money on because of not taking care of yourself. A lot of things that it's not about investing, and then it's about spending. So I got to ask you, are you ready to invest time? Maybe the first step is you to invest an hour and a half time with me on Tuesday, July 6th. You can literally crush the second half of your year if you want to, but you have to actually invest in the time. Like, oh no, well, I have this I got to do and I can't make it because of that, and I can't do this, and there's going to be more excuses why you can't show up. Or you can clear your schedule, show up, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to want to show up because we got something really, really exciting to share. If you've been listening this far, chances are you've been following me for a little bit of time, and I have something really exciting, something we've never done before. It's actually something we've been cooking up behind the scenes so that we can just help more people. I literally have a mission in my path this year. God's put it on me to help over 1,000 people. I say God, and also my coaches put me the challenge to help over 1,000 people. And you might be one of them. Maybe you just don't know it yet. Well, maybe the first step for you to see, and if we're a good fit to work together, if you want to actually see and feel how to get the weight off once and for all, get 15 pounds, maybe have 30, 60, 80, 100 plus pounds. Well, if you are still struggling and you're in your 50s, or heck, even if you're in your 40s, if you're still struggling, chances are it ain't going to happen by itself. If you do the same thing, it's not going to stay off. Just please, can I just save you the struggle, save you the agony, save you the disappointment again, save you the frustration of having to go down that same roller coaster ride and keep setting yourself up for failure. Please don't do that again. Join me Tuesday night. We're going to have an awesome group. I believe there's still a few spots. Make sure you claim it. Just say, count me in down below. We'll make sure you get on a link, and then we'll take it from there. You guys have an amazing, amazing, amazing Wednesday. Take care. God bless.